Welcome back to Force Education. This is Ed. Today, we're giving another update based on my Twitter polls. This one has been highly requested for METX. In this video, we're going to dive a little bit towards any updated due diligence, a quick summary of what happened or what's happening soon, and a bit of technical analysis. So I will jump right into this one. So METX. If you haven't heard about this one, it's known as Meten EdtechX, and this company here is a basic product of a reverse merger between Meten and EdtechX. They have three main industry services or brands: Meten, which is an adult and junior ELT services; ABC, which is primarily junior ELT services; and Likeshuo ELT services. Now, ELT is English language skills or English language teaching in general, or in other cases, ELT is English language training. So taking a look into the latest news, the last one was on December 22nd, and I covered it in a previous video, but basically the summary of this one is them trying to get into the cryptocurrency mining kind of industry, tapping into that. And there's mainly one reason for that. Why would a company that performs in ELT services really get interested in cryptocurrency? Is because they're looking to bring in more money into their pockets. Now, the question is, how are they going to do it? So first off, the company agreed to invest $3 million to the joint venture in exchange of 21% equity stake in the joint venture. So that's 21% of the company itself, 3 million, 21% of the new company, the joint venture itself. And that money isn't just coming in from their pockets. It's of course coming in from either shares. So some of that will be paid through shares. Some of that will be paid on cash on hand. Now, the company itself isn't really bringing in positive income. So that means every now and then they will have to raise more money through offerings. And one of the biggest reasons as well here, you see 60 million, 20 million, 80 million only in Q4. So the quick thing about here with cryptocurrency is that they're trying to get the stock price to jump higher by mentioning cryptocurrency because they know the frenzy earlier on in the year. They just forgot that the stock market isn't exactly the same at this point, but they're really hoping for someone to pump their stock. And I do kind of have a feeling if it does get pumped, they will throw another offering in the kind of wheels, basically a wrench into the wheels itself, and raise some more money. And then again, I'll just brand it towards, hey, we're trying to go for a new joint venture. But the realistic thing about this company is that the profitability isn't that great. Like the net profit margin is negative 63%. EBITDA is negative 57.45%, and operating margin is negative 64.42 or 62.42, my bad. Now the price over sales is 0.66. We're going to get more information about basically the fundamentals for the year as we're crossing into 2022, and Happy New Year's everyone. But the big issue with this one here is that they're really trying to go for something to pump their stock price its own, and that will be followed by an offering. Now, in terms of institutional buyers, we don't see much things going on in terms of the last week, but if you go earlier on in November, on the first half, you get to see some institutional buyers adding some positions like Jane Group, Wally Trading, Royal Bank of Canada, Millennial Management, although Savvy Management liquidated in Two Sigma, Invesco, and a bunch of others. So it's a little bit mixed, like Citigroup for instance, but you get to see additions and eliminations of shares. So honestly, it's a bit more mixed, more into the disposition of shares rather than addition of shares. Now, the stock price itself is below the dollar. I did talk about the reverse split risk in the last video. And that one went over the January 3rd date where they will have basically until then to reach compliance. So at the current exact moment, we're at a critical time where we're basically on the next trading session. That was the 180 days they were granted. Now, we haven't received a 180-day extension. So it's one of two things. Either tomorrow, they're just going to reverse split it, probably by 1 to 10 or 1 to 15 or something like that. I would really doubt that it would just be 1 to 5 because the stock does drop after a reverse split. And or basically you would be getting 180 days extension to the next and just pushing basically the puck down the road. Now, it's more likely they're going to get the 180-day extension rather than just doing a prompt reverse split. But I've seen companies where they do it, but again, they need to be 10 consecutive days above $1, and so it's a little bit late for a reverse split, and I do anticipate what's happening here is a 180-day extension in hopes that they raise the stock price through cryptocurrency mentioning. Now, in terms of short interest, it doesn't seem that these people in terms of the short interest are betting on that. There's only a small short borrow fee rate, and the general short volumes are sitting stable around 50% in general. So it doesn't look like the short side of the stock is betting on a reverse split in general. Now, before moving on towards technical analysis, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button, leave notifications on, and drop a like to this video. From a technical analysis perspective, there are a few things here. First off, just because we're in a critical time for basically the January 3rd kind of time for a 100-day extension. So main thing we're going to do here is a weekly kind of perspective to see where the volumes are really like. And this will kind of give you an indication how far or how much of a drop would it actually occur if it does go through a reverse split, or the 100-day, 80-day extension, how it will basically trade. So at the current time, the moving averages seem to be still not bullish. They're bearish. All of them are bearish. 50 SMA is above the stock price. 30 EMA is above 10 SMA. So it's not good. And you're seeing that the price candles are basically almost on the same level in the last 3 weeks. There's nothing going on with these candles. The EdtechX shows more of a sloppy movement. Willing percent R shows how highly oversold it is. And so that on its own is really showcasing more of a sloppy movement. Nothing going on here. In terms of the MACD, it's on the positive side, although it's very close to the zero level, indicating that a negative reversal isn't far off from this one. Momentum is at almost zero, at negative 0.06, but again, nothing is happening in either directions. In terms of the stochastic fast and stochastic slow, and we're again taking this from a 1 week perspective, we're seeing that there might be another more of a sliding sideways, but it could be perhaps a good time to buy in the next week or so. But this stock seems to be stabilizing closer to 25. My bet would be around 20 cents. Now, in terms of the moving average bands itself, this one expected to trade between 30 cents and 24 cents. But there's nothing much going on. I mean, the moving average bands have been going down. Currently, they're a bit stabilizing, but still not in the best position. I was going to do Fibonacci retracements, but I couldn't do it all the way from $24, where it was trading back in April 2020. So it's a year and a half and already dropped almost an entire value. And so that is a critical thing to remember with this one, is that the stock price is most likely going to get a 880-day extension. It's going to trade sideways. They're going to continue on trying to push this cryptocurrency kind of thing to try to get people to pump it up, maybe regain compliance, or just slap it with another offering to kind of fill their pockets a bit further. In terms of support, the only support sitting for this one is 25 cents, but below that is 24 cents or 24.5 cents. And there's nothing much going on in terms of resistances. 26, 28, going up higher to around 30 cents, 37, 35, 38, sorry, I said 37, I meant 34, 35, 38, and then moving upwards higher to 46, going to 49, above a little bit to 53, and then 58, and then 65, and then 70, going up to 74, and it starts jumping a little bit to 94, and then from there on, we have one at 96, and then around $1. So it's a long way for a dollar value thing. And what do I think about this one? Well, this stock is a little bit challenging because of the reason that they're trying to really get that compliance. The compliance is going to be very tricky to get because this stock would have to most likely do a reverse split, which is never good for a stock. And that will even cause people to lose money a bit more. I do imagine a lot of people that bought around perhaps even at least at 30 cents, and they're already down 5 cents per share, or people who bought above 50 cents. They're down more than 50%. So it's never going to be good to have another reverse split for this stock. I mean, it never did, but going on from $24 to 25 cents, that is a massive drop. 180-day extension could, for instance, theoretically give it time to regain compliance by them trying to pump different things like cryptocurrency and mining and NFTs and whatever they can throw on this one. But the one thing that matters is that if they really significantly drop their expenditures, fix up their balance sheets, become profitable, then that might actually be the only solution for this one to not make you lose money. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.